The greenback fell dramatically across the board last week amid a new escalation in the trade war between the US and China. China announced retaliatory measures, including higher tariffs for the US goods worth $75 billion, while the US President Trump mentioned in a tweet that he will announce his response to the new Chinese tariffs. In addition, Trump's Twitter attack on Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell on Friday, accompanied by more complaints about the strength of the US dollar, raised fears that the Trump administration could break the decades-long non-intervention policy in currency market. The ICE US dollar index, a measure of the greenback against the basket of 6 major rivals, closed down by 0.5% at 97.53 on Friday. For the week, it lost 0.4%. Meanwhile, the euro was among the top performers after rising from 3-week lows to 1-week highs in a few minutes. The common currency rose by 0.5% on Friday to end the week at $1.1144, erasing its weekly losses and posting a gain of 0.3% week on week. The decline of the US dollar took place even against currencies like the Aussie, usually more affected negatively from the US-China trade conflict. The Aussie ended the Friday session at 0.6756 against the greenback. For the week, the Australian dollar lost 0.2%. Meanwhile, crypto markets continued to see red as Bitcoin dipped below the $10,000 price mark several times last week. However, Bitcoin price rebounded after dropping below Friday's low of $10,078 to close the week at $10,408. The crypto king managed to mark the weekly rise of 0.8%. Among the news that affected Bitcoin was a study which linked ICE's activity and financing to the usage of Bitcoin and other crypto assets, based on the research of the MEMRI Jihad and Terrorism Threat Monitor. Meanwhile, in the commodity market, oil prices fell on Friday after China unveiled retaliatory tariffs against the US, marking another escalation of a protracted trade dispute between the world's two largest economies. Brent crude futures fell by 50 cents to settle at $59.40 a barrel on Friday. Still, for the week, it rose by 1.91%. The US WTI crude futures fell by 2.1% on Friday to settle at $54.17 a barrel. For the week, it lost 0.5%. In the meantime, gold was the beneficiary of Trump's tweet storm on Friday, jumping by almost 2% to settle at $1,537.60 a troy ounce. For the week, it marked a 0.42% increase. And you've watched the combined review of currency and commodity markets with me, Anna Kasatkina. Stay tuned.